wants to see you even though you ain't here. You're going away to the desert to get melanoma because you pasty as fuck. You pasty fuck. Goodbye, Brett. Brett was supposed to be here, but Brett is, well, he's as flaky as his skin color, and that's pasty.
Yeah,
so
you can't count on him.
He said he had stuff to do today. I don't know. That's fucking just some crazy bullshit.
It's summer. Everyone's busy.
He's leaving away, and we want him to come join us. We want to see him. We want to hang out with him. We want to roast him. We want to get him here. And he just won't come because we're going to work at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 4 in the afternoon the day before.
Yeah. When does he work, or when does he leave?
I don't know. He doesn't. I don't think there's a definite date. I think
I leave a year from now, but I'm too tired to come over.
He's already left. He just hasn't told you guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations, baby boy. We just did an entire intro about you. Please Stop Podcast is here today with Josh and Dylan. And Brian's joining us today. So we have someone else actually here.
Yeah. Are you guys enjoying your summer? It's summer.
Is it?
Yeah, dude. It's officially summer.
Sweating my balls
Everyone's
off.
out there hanging out with Felicia Fingerfuck, blowing pre-cum all over beach towels and drinking Boone's Farm in the back of an El Camino. And
not wearing masks.
Getting pregnant, not wearing masks.
Sounds like my childhood.
Yeah. It's fucking summer in North Idaho. Having those poverty bars, you know, like the off-brand Otter Pops.
No, we don't.
Couldn't afford the regular Otter Pops, so Mom got poverty bars.
Wait till they're frozen. I just like the juice, Mom.
I
just like the sugary juice.
Corners of your mouth get all fucked up because you're sitting there just
Yeah, because the seals on the sides of each popsicle
Just
are
razor
like
blades.
a half an inch too long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you guys ever had the alcoholic ones from Costco?
Yes.
No.
So I have them in my freezer. So they don't freeze all
Have
the
you
way.
ever given
'cause
one to a kid?
No.
Oh, dude.
My nephew's coming. I told my mom, I was like, keep these separate from the actual
Yeah.
Otter Pops. I don't need this kid drinking an 8% alcohol frozen Otter Pop.
Just getting fucked up off a popsicle.
Oh, kid's like, let's go get some Coke. You're like, whoa, did you have one of the
Slow
naughty
down,
Otter
yeah.
Pops? The naughty Pops?
Oh, good God.
Yeah, don't give kids alcohol.
Summer sucks,
It's a
dude.
joke. Yeah, it's too hot for my body.
Yeah, but winter's too cold.
No, I'm good with winter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
a
like
bear.
winter.
You're both bears.
Brian wants to move to the land of virgins. Is it cold? Isn't it like oppressively hot in Virginia?
No.
No?
It's kind of like that middle.
Yeah, it's like Oregon-ish latitude.
I mean, it gets fucking hot. I mean, it's the humidity there. That's what,
That's a no-go
you know,
for me.
but everything has AC, so you're pretty much
That's
like,
why the property's so cheap. It's just like Satan's taint over there. It's just, you feel like you're inside underwear fucking all summer.
You know, if I could do my basic in Kentucky in August, I can survive Virginia with access to AC.
Kentucky. I forget that place exists.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's a place.
You don't like horse
Kentucky.
racing?
That's right. They have derbies.
Well, I mean, the
with their
one.
hats.
I do like, yeah. I do like, the one thing I do like about the Kentucky Derby is the hats.
Yeah.
The hats are fucking extra as fuck. Bitches with just like birthday cakes on their head.
Yeah, it's like fucking going to a college theme party, but
Yeah.
hats and horses.
It's fancy hats, and they're just like, we don't care for black people much, but I love horses. And you're like,
I was
okay,
gonna say,
guy.
except at Kentucky Derby, the racism and pedophilia is covered
Yeah.
up. In a college, it's not.
so are you talking about Kentucky Derby or the next presidential election?
Yeah, basically, yeah,
Yikes,
seriously.
dude. Oh God, everyone's a rapist.
Speaking of which, while we're
Everyone's a
talking,
fucking rapist. It's so crazy. Like everyone.
You notice how no one's both a racist and a rapist, though?
That's not true. Donald
We have-
Trump.
Is he a racist rapist?
Oh, if I mean,
Yeah, maybe.
Like an R squared?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think Joe Biden's more of a rapist.
Like, is
Well,
there any?
he's also a racist.
Well, but I'm just saying, is there
think-
anyone in
yeah.
politics who's like, I fuck kids, but I won't fuck black kids?
Oh,
Like, is that a thing?
I don't know. We gotta wait for this Epstein thing to come to
Okay.
light, and we can.
come to light. It's closed, dude. They're not investigating it anymore.
Hence, why we need it to come to light to know.
Well,
all
the Netflix
deets.
documentary was just like just the official story bullshit. Like,
That's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch
There's no fucking way.
Nothing new. It was totally.
It's just a compilation of memes.
Well, and I heard a conspiracy. I haven't verified this because I don't fucking do any research.
Well,
but like,
conspiracies
basically,
are
the
borderline
person who
unverifiable.
either produced it or was like heavily involved with it, like literally worked on the Clinton campaign. Like,
Yeah.
like that's who put it out.
Like all of Netflix. I mean, like the Obamas are a part of Netflix now. I think like the liberal media
That's a scary
owns Netflix
thing.
now.
Like, I think if you're like, I think politicians should not be allowed to do that. I think there should be a stipulation like, oh, so now you're worth millions because you came out and you do speeches for $300,000 a piece for U.S. Bank.
Right.
You should not be able to have any control of any sort of media. Like, it doesn't matter what the media is, whether it's production companies,
that's
whether
what's so dangerous about China, right?
They own the
control
media.
well, TikTok. Look at TikTok.
Yeah, isn't TikTok like fucking basically like
Yeah,
Fucking spyware.
they're
like-
getting
Orange Chicken, the app? Like,
They're getting no information off that though.
right, true. They're getting a bunch of people like looking up and to the left and be like,
They're just getting a
karaoke.
bunch of weird polyamorous fucking bisexuals like
yeah, being like
showing themselves on the
Yeah, but-
this is me and my polyamorous relationship.
I'd
It's
be
like
more
two really gross women with a
Right.
really even grosser guy.
yeah, bring back hot lesbians.
See, but I'd be more
Fuck yeah,
concerned about like
dude.
what the app on their phone has access to, like
that,
information.
right?
Oh,
right,
yeah,
right,
And
right,
then
right.
using
the whole fucking.
Well,
You
it's
know?
like the COVID tracker on Facebook. I think it was on Facebook or it was a Google Play thing.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
a
yeah.
COVID tracker, like
Yep.
100% that it was a separate, like a separate location tracker with its separate like rules and stuff. So it's like even if your location's turned off, if this certain setting is not shut off, they're still tracking you.
So I watched a video online. This guy he went out and bought a phone, did not turn it on, drove around with it, and then put everything in and activated it and turned it on, and then looked at the geo information, and it tracked all the places he went.
Yep.
Turned off.
Yep. That's why unless you're completely off the grid, you have no hope.
Yeah,
like there's
it's-
no if you have a cell phone, you are being
I was
tracked.
gonna say there's no such thing as being off the grid anymore.
Yeah, there's not.
Like
No.
you can't.
Yeah,
So.
you would have to have. Absolutely no device.
Yeah, there's cameras and facial recognition software, and there's so many different ways to leave a
The
fingerprint. somewhere.
birds. I mean, even if
Fake
you're in
birds
the,
are fake.
even if you're in
Birds.
the woods alone, you're getting spied on by drones.
Yeah.
A goose lands in your front yard.
What do you think Sam Squanch is? He's a fucking CIA agent.
Who?
Sasquatch.
Oh,
Sam
Sam
They
Squanch.
said
Squanch.
Sam Squanch. I'm
I
like,
did
did.
say Sam
Oh.
Squanch.
On purpose?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Wow. I
Whatever.
was like, holy fucking gaff. Speaking of gaffs,
But he's also a CIA agent. Like that's
Sam Squanch.
Sam Squanch. He's the
So apparently this is Joe Biden's wife. So I guess it's less controversial.
And when they cut to the President of the United States,
oh, look how they laugh like it was a joke. It wasn't.
you
It was just
call
a wrong
your kids
fact.
in from the
He
other room.
just sucks on her finger.
Look at
during
him.
a
Look at the way
speech.
he's dressed. Like you look like a fucking locomotive constructor.
She
Yeah.
literally
or
dressed him
conductor.
before they left the house.
Yeah,
Like
he's either going hunting for ducks or he's like
He was-
about to get fired from the railroad.
They dressed him in his suit, and he goes, "But I'm still cold.
Yeah.
It's July, Biden. It's
Well, she's in a scarf. Is it cold?
No, this
where
is
they're
old.
at?
This is
Is
an old ass video.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
6 months ago is when it got
Iowa for
posted.
Biden.
Oh, so it's really cold there, and they've had no nutrition because they're just eating
Right.
But
corn.
I'm sorry, you don't suck on your wife's finger at
On
a
live
campaign
TV
stop
while
on live
she's
TV.
speaking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Pretty fucking funny if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious, but with
Let's
his
watch
history,
it. Let's
it's
watch
creepy
it.
as fuck.
Let's watch it. She's not a small child. Let's just keep that in mind.
to the President
Oh my God, I can see it now. Just pause it
of the
right.
United States.
Okay. Okay.
You call your kids in from the other room because you
talking
want
about
them to hear
children.
what the President of the United States has to say.
I didn't realize he had a wife. Who would
So,
fucking...
so that they're talking about like you brought your kids out. That's great, and he's sucking on fingers in front of all these children.
Yeah, bad luck.
It's
Or it's
true.
exactly
Now
what he
that
wants.
one was kind of funny. I'm gonna be honest with you, because that's probably something I would do.
I thought it was more controversial when I first saw it because I didn't realize that was his wife. And I was like,
It's
oh,
not
that's
some
just some
random chick?
news anchor? I'm like, bro, keep it together for like one public appearance. Just sucking on fucking fingers. Oh.
I kind of support that. I don't know. I saw the joke in that one. I saw him like look at her hand because she like pointed her fucking hand at him, and he's like looking at it. He's like, "The fuck you pointing at me, bitch?" For? And he's,
Yeah, but President of the United States, like you're.
you also shouldn't make fun of retarded people if you're the president of the United States. And well, Donald Trump fucking hit that fucking stamp.
Well, you say that like I'm defending Trump. On
No,
that.
I know. I'm just saying it's hilarious. I don't know. That one is funny as fuck to me because it is his wife. So to me, that one is innocent. I gotta give him that.
Can you pull up like compilation of Joe Biden? Being
Oh, you don't
creepy?
have to. I've seen them.
Like,
I've seen them
of
all.
his
yeah, just
verbal
the,
gaffes?
No, like the
They're
the clips of him, just,
terrifying.
like,
Him
sniffing
sniffing
and
little
touching
girls.
and, like
Oh no, that's
people
creepy
like
as
pulling
fuck.
away from him.
Sucking on your wife's finger, though. I mean, you playing. Yeah, you gotta go with it. But him like sniffing little girls and the kids used to swim up in the pool and
That's my favorite, where he
Pat
talks about the golden leg hair one.
oh my god, dude.
Man, like, had a stroke. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I almost want to just play that again and psychoanalyze it, because he's just like a bunch of run-on sentences that don't end and like flow together in weird ways.
Corn pop.
Yeah, he's like,
a
I knew
bad
your
guy.
dad, and we used to go swimming in the swimming pool with all the little roaches. You're like, wait, what? Like, you're calling black kids roaches? Like, what's going on here?
Fucking psychopath, man.
Ooh, even better.
Feels
Watch Joe Biden give an endless hug to Hillary Clinton.
oh god.
What's an endless hug?
Well, it's one for her that's even immediate because
this
she
looks
only likes the hugs of small
There are
girls.
hugs where you just throw up your arms and go for it. And then there are hugs that keep going and going and going.
Oh.
Joe
Looking
Biden
good in the
and
pants,
yeah.
Hillary go as they
Hey,
met
bro,
on
this
the
isn't
tarmac.
Casablanca.
Oh,
About 4 seconds into the hug, they
Oh, she's timing the hug?
semi-disengage.
Wow. Okay.
Look at this
Nothing to
fucking
see here,
sloth just
right?
fucking like, and here's
Wow.
how long the hug
Oh,
was.
wow.
It's like a
Wouldn't done
7th
hand
grade
Hillary
dance.
for almost
Could you imagine
60
being
seconds.
so fucking advanced you make Hillary Clinton feel uncomfortable?
She lets it go. He does not.
She's
Tap
patting him.
out.
Oh, yeah, she's like,
Nope. She
oh.
just no.
Let
he's still
go.
Holding on.
Let go.
Okay, second tap
Let-
out. For God's
let
sake, sir,
go.
you gotta
She's
let
tapping
go.
out, bro.
This latest awkward hug would not have
Wow.
been microanalyzed if it hadn't been for all the other overly handy Biden moments.
Well, that's not true, but
Critics collect them. Times when he gently rearranges.
oh
Jesus.
my god.
Then rearranges some
Oh,
more.
just like playing with little girls' hair and smelling them and grabbing
Like that girl's like,
Yeah, she's like, stop.
I'm gonna drink your blood, lady, later.
what did he
looks
say?
so
Oh my
uncomfortable.
god. I'm getting like,
Oh, that's so
God,
fucking
that's so
creepy.
fucking
like as
awkward.
a father
Even the
of a
mom.
daughter, like how does this make you feel? Like,
Perhaps his most famous hands-on
He's just
moment
smelling Obama.
came
He's
when
like,
he
"You're
put
pretty
his
clean."
hands on the wife of Defense Secretary Ash Carter.
Dude, sniffing her? What the fuck, dude?
Conservatives panned it.
This is the creepy.
Does he have to smell
So did
everyone?
Some liberals.
No, that ain't right, man.
Even that terrorist fucking donut eater from the fucking Young Turks is like, I've had enough of
Now
this.
Hillary and President Obama.
Man, this
have come
woman
a
is
long
just-
way in their history of hugging.
Dude,
From
why
this
do they have a
culture
fisheye
of
lens on her
Yeah,
round
she looks
ass
like she
face?
owns an antique store in Kentucky or something.
Fucking A.
A hug so close that Hillary closed her eyes. They even gazed into each other's eyes. This was a hug so novel for these two, it looked like the cover of a romance novel.
What?
Jeannie Mae,
That's-
CNN.
That's wrong.
New York.
See, now they made it creepy. They
Yeah.
literally brought it back to being creepy. Why would those two be in love with each other?
I don't know.
yeah, obviously.
Why would you say that? It's like they look like each other, like they're in a row. It makes it better. It's like, no, it doesn't really make it better. Because they're both married to different people and, supposed leaders that like to unarm drone.
Yeah, I
Bomb.
liked what you said earlier before the podcast. You're like, try and sell me on Joe Biden without mentioning Trump. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
fucking,
can't.
it's impossible.
You fucking
You
can't.
fucking can't.
The
Like-
dude's a fucking creep.
Yikes! Why don't they run back the Democratic debates? Like they just like kind of air fingers quote eliminated a bunch of people. Like who eliminated these people? You just decided they couldn't be on the debates anymore.
Well, a lot of people dropped out,
No, I know,
or
but
they
like,
didn't have enough.
but let's all as a society go. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's restart or let's fuck. I don't.
But see, that's the thing, though, is people were actually like voting for Biden over these other people. They spoke. They chose their champion. Now let them fucking battle. I want
just-
a debate between these two.
Ooh,
That's gonna be
Super Bowl ratings.
Yeah, I will. I don't even like to watch debates. I have personally never voted for president in my life because it's always the lesser of two evils. But I want to watch this shit.
Oh, this is gonna be like we're gonna
Like-
have like a get together, have some fuck. We're gonna pop some damn popcorn for that. Say
gonna
what you
be-
will about Trump, but he's about to light that
It's just-
motherfucker up.
I
like a
don't.
Christmas
I don't know.
tree.
Actually, I think Trump's slipping real hard. I
No,
think
they're gonna get it. They're like, here's 7 diet pills. Let's go.
that's true.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
here's
Like,
some Adderall.
here's
And
some
a
Have a
little-
Big
Adderall.
Mac,
Yeah.
and fucking let's hit it.
But I don't know. Trump's starting to realize that he's a loser.
You know,
His last, like, the Iowa thing was a big deal. Like, him throwing the glass of water and stuff. Everyone thought that was crazy, but really all that did was hurt him. Like, that did
I
not
don't think
help.
he needs to do fucking rallies. mean,
I
his
don't.
ba-
Yeah,
his base is his
exactly.
base.
Yeah.
So-
And they're not going anywhere.
So this is what I find funny about the rally. So on one hand, they're like, Democrats are like, no one showed up to it. Yeah, you think you're so great, but no one even comes to your rally. Fuck you. And then the other side of the lefts are like, we reserved a bunch of tickets so you didn't have any people show up. We got you. Like,
yeah,
Yep.
which one is it, guys?
right.
Which one is it?
But then if a bunch of people did show up to his rallies, it'd be like, you fucking retards, COVID's real.
But like, okay, so the people buying tickets to his rallies aren't like, I wonder what about this Trump guy. I'm gonna go check him out. Like they know.
already
No,
know.
They're
the-
fucking gonna vote for him already.
The Zoomers, like all the TikTok people, are all bragging that they reserved a bunch of tickets and
Yeah.
they never went.
Zoomer?
Yeah, they're called Zoomers now.
What's a Zoomer?
It's like a boomer, but a Zoomer. It's like that young kid, like less than.
They're boomers, but they're on TikTok, or
no,
they're younger.
so it's like I'm going to give you the actual Urban Dictionary.
Okay, please do.
Because my understanding is it's like the next generation of young kids that are obsessed with like social media and TikTok and.
It's like Generation A, or we
Yeah.
back
So-
around to like.
So Generation R for retard.
Apparently, you're not supposed to say retard anymore.
Dude, still,
it-
what I want on my gravestone is that quote from Rogan and Alex Jones.
What?
Alex Jones says, I'm just socially retarded to some of these things. And Rogan goes, you're not actually supposed to say that anymore. And Alex Jones goes, exactly.
So I was wrong. A Zoomer is the newest word for members of Generation Z. The people following that are prior to the millennials.
Which are people who are like fucking 14 right now.
So 90s to early 2000s. So they'd be low 20s.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so me? That doesn't even make
You're a
sense.
Zoomer.
I'm a Zoomer.
first
I'm a
you were-
millennial.
I guess I'm 29,
Right.
so I'm not
Yeah.
like.
We're millennials.
Like what
We
year,
are millennials, yes.
What year are you born?
91.
I thought it was X.
We're millennials. No,
85.
X is below us.
Yeah.
85.
No, X is above us.
older.
X is older.
So,
we
like,
are millennials, and then
But isn't the cutoff
Z.
like 85, 1985 or something like that?
It's like we're like the bottom.
Cusp.
Yeah.
We're cusping.
Yeah. We're edging.
I feel like I'm cusping.
I don't know.
Just-
I don't care.
I don't identify as
It's-
one of these labels.
I don't
I'm
either.
just a-
As long as I'm not a boomer,
We're-
I don't care.
Too late. It's too late. You didn't fight in World War II.
Old man strength.
Yeah, seriously. That's fucking ridiculous.
Let it burn.
Let what burn? Then you
The
can't.
whole
Then you
fucking
can't sell
world.
houses. You fucking
Yes,
asshole.
I can because they're burning.
Yeah.
That doesn't-
Then you
He'll sell.
know,
He'll sell tents.
I'll
They'll
sell
sell
you
tent.
land so you can go set up your.
So you can still burn it.
so you can cut down the wood and make your compound.
Actually, you probably sell more houses if they're all on fire because people got to rebuild them and they got to
That's
sell
what I'm
them.
saying, son.
I don't know if it works that way.
Insurance companies pay out. They got to start over.
If
Not if they
everything.
burn down the insurance company.
Oh, you can't get to those guys.
Really? True.
It's true.
They're the elite.
Fucking shisty motherfuckers.
They don't have physical locations. They're just everywhere.
So, David Attenborough narrating a porn.
Who's that?
You know, like David Attenborough. You know David Attenborough.
I probably.
Bald guy, right?
Yeah, the hummingbird.
Oh, okay.
But narrating a porn.
Is that a thing? Or
No,
is that
but I
something
think
you
I just
want to
I
happen?
was thinking, and I was like,
And the penis
like-
answers.
That guy.
yeah, I mean,
Oh.
you would never recognize him.
Nah.
He looks like a fucking pigeon, but you know, he's like the male genitalia vigorously enters the female vagina, and just I want an education, like sex ed, but narrated by him. But it's still kind of porn vibey,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for these Zoomers, like so that they're like they got all the they got
That
all
way
the
you can't laugh
information.
at it. That
They
makes
can't laugh at it. They can't make it not fun. They can't make it like
'Cause it's
not
hot?
serious. It's educational. David Attenborough is doing it, or Morgan Freeman for like the urban community, like they
Oh,
relate more to him,
Oh my.
or Samuel L. Jackson narrating fucking sex ed.
this motherfucker coming in here hot with a pizza.
About to blow 10 cups of load on her neck.
bad images.
Are you?
Did you watch 8:46? How long was
Yeah,
George
I watched
Floyd
it.
dying for?
8:43.
43. It's someone.
Dave Chappelle's.
That's how you know. That's how white we are.
It shouldn't have been
I've never even
advertised.
watched
It.
it.
wasn't a comedy special.
I thought it was a comedy special. I was
That's
like,
what-
dope.
that's
I didn't
kinda
have.
what
I
it-
didn't even catch what the title was.
That's what
I
it
was
got advertised as, was a comedy special, and I think Dave Chappelle himself intended it on being a comedy special.
Right, to lure a bunch
but
of
like,
people
there's
in.
a couple different times while he was talking, he like leans and goes, "I'm sorry, I thought this was gonna be funny too." Like he like was very honest. Like he got real angry, and
It's like I got a bunch of pussy jokes I can say.
He wasn't like being wrong. Everything he said was right. And he never was like, kill all the cops, do all this. He's like, I don't have an answer, but all this shit that's happening is wrong. He was very, I was hoping it was going to be funnier, and I think everyone was, but
There were some funny moments.
there was a couple.
There was a couple little
There was a
zingers
couple.
hidden in there.
But for the most part, it was not a comedy special. Like, it was just him voicing his feelings, and he put it on YouTube and had 13 million views in like 2 days. So, I mean, and he wasn't wrong. All of his stuff was very good. But
It was
you
good. I
don't
mean,
you
it's-
don't want to hear a white guy agree with Dave Chappelle.
Now,
like
was
that's
this-
just not at this point. Like at this point in history, like listening to a white guy like, yeah, what does Dave Chappelle have to say? They're like, go fuck yourself, dude.
Was the special also 8 minutes and 40s?
No, it was like 20 something
Oh,
minutes
okay.
long. He tied it in. It was like 8:24. He goes, "That's my motherfucking birthday."
Right.
And then he like goes into like Kobe died and his numbers were 8 and 24 and that was my brother's birthday. Like he was like getting kind of weird conspiracy theorist about it. Like it was kind of a weird, but it wasn't at the same. I don't know. It was. I don't know. I don't disagree with anything he said. It wasn't a comedy special though, and it shouldn't be advertised as such because it definitely wasn't. But it was important. I think. I think it was good to listen to what he has to say. I respect Dave Chappelle and everything that he's ever done.
I just don't care what anyone famous has to say about shit.
Dave Chappelle's not the same though.
All of them.
I know. I don't either. See, I don't either. I don't give a fuck about
Like,
anyone's opinion.
It's great that you're using your platform to be heard and, you know, whatever. But at the same time, though, I don't give a shit what you think. I want to make my own opinion about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Well, and that's what Chappelle's thing wasn't even so much. He was like trying to like, he didn't like try to convince anybody, but he was just like literally saying what's been on his mind for the last fucking 4 months. Like, he wasn't. It was weird. It was different. It was good though. But I rewatched Anthony Jeselnik on an actual funny note, and that motherfucker, Fire in the Maternity Ward, dude, is one of the funniest specials to ever come out in the history of anything.
Just not an Anthony Jeselnik.
just
How?
fan.
It's
Okay.
all jokes.
I like
dead.
his- I like
how
his-
do you write dead baby jokes?
So
If you're
that's
him,
his white
if
privilege
if
comedy.
you're him, no one else can tell a dead baby joke on
I'm
a
just so
Netflix special. I'm
conflicted.
gonna laugh at it.
I like him, but he's so like he writes good jokes, but he's too much like on the nose. Like I'm a stand-up comedian. Kinda.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird for me. It's like breaks the fourth wall.
Oh, since you're an elitist and things, you
Right,
don't
right,
like
right.
other elitists and different things.
Right. It's competing elitists. No, for some reason when I'm watching him, it's just like it's too much of a what's the word? It's like an act or a bit. It's like it breaks the fourth wall for me. Like I like when
It is
dudes
an act,
come out and like they're talking and it's funny and it just seems like you almost can't tell they pre-wrote it.
Yes,
That's I like the really
his is a
conversational.
performance.
His is like, all right, set up.
I
punchline,
wrote these
laugh,
jokes.
set up.
These are jokes,
It
not
very-
I have
Yes.
practiced this. I have watched
There
myself.
are, you've seen Anthony Jeselnik.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like a line, wait, laugh. A line, wait, laugh.
monotone voice.
Yeah, monotone voice. Like,
It's the-
anyways,
it's
and he's
the
got the slick back
epitome.
hair, and he's like a Vegas comic. You know what I mean?
It's the epitome
cool.
of what stand-up comedy
It's
is.
cool.
Though.
The joke
Like,
on
it
paper, the
is-
jokes are fucking hilarious. It's something about when I watch him, I'm just like, I don't like you. I like the comedy.
You can't
I don't
get
like
past
you.
him. You
Yeah,
just
I
can't
can't. It's
get past
him.
See, I love him. Period.
Yeah.
I fucking he has a show like I can't remember what it's called. He had a Comedy Central show that they did, and it was just him interviewing people.
Wasn't it like a talk show?
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's fucking just so funny. And the way he talks to other comedians and stuff, and just like that not give a fuck, just
Right.
it's.
He's like, so your career's kind of going downhill, isn't it? Just like
Yeah,
opening
yeah.
questions.
See, that's why I like Between Two Ferns.
Between Two Ferns is
That
Because
Now,
I
see,
can never tell
that-
if they're in on it or. I'm like, at this point, you have to know what you're getting.
Dude,
Dude, him
almost like Eric Andre show.
sitting
Yeah.
there with fucking Justin Bieber, like, I don't know what to do. I've never had to interview a toddler before. like, it's just, it's. Zach Galifianakis though is one of the greatest like
Genius.
improv like that. Just
Have you seen his live at the Purple Onion?
Oh, it's
set?
one of the
Holy
greatest
fuck.
stand-up sets of all time.
You should
is
watch
live
that.
at the Purple Onion.
Is it on Netflix?
It's
or
like
is it just
somewhere.
Like
It's old now.
It's somewhere.
It's like 4 or 5 years old now.
It'll be on Netflix or Amazon or
It's
something.
that
Alright, just Google
small, like almost like a wine bar with like a brick wall behind it and like a piano on stage, but it's the
like,
venue is
all-
called the Purple Onion.
It's one of the most.
no, it's like a very small room.
It's one of the most beautiful forms of alternative comedy you'll ever watch because it is alternative in the sense of some of the stuff he does is like not joke telling, but the way
He'll
acts.
just like say 4 words and then move on, and like that was a joke, and then it takes you're like laughing while he's doing the next setup. You're like, wait, what the fuck?
He sits down at the piano and just starts playing it. And then like he has like a quarter of a beer at one point and he's just playing the piano and he stops and he looks up and he just taps the top of his beer and looks up, I would imagine, at the waitress and then goes back to playing his piano
Yeah, just
for a few seconds
little
and then stops and then looks up again a little more serious and goes slower, taps the beer and goes back to his
Yeah.
thing and waits for them to bring him his beer and then he looks up and he goes and then goes on to the next joke. It's those little like it's fucking just beautiful.
Yeah, fucking the one with who's got? Fuck, I drew a blank on this fucking actor's name. Married Angelina Jolie.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. The one he did with Brad Pitt.
Oh
Between Two
yeah,
Ferns?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Between the two ferns and I think Hot Ones are two of the greatest like short
Some
segment
episodes of
internet
Hot
shows.
Ones.
See, I liked Hot Ones
The Joey
when it
Diaz
was
Hot
just
Ones
a
is
fucking,
the greatest one.
when it was
he
just a
ever did.
YouTube show. Now that it's gone fucking mainstream.
Well, it's a different show
on,
now.
like, a
no, what's the True TV picked up? They have a
Yeah.
series on True TV actually now. It's like they eat hot wings and then have to answer trivia
yeah,
questions.
trivia
It's a game
questions.
show now.
Oh, so it's not on YouTube anymore.
No, it still is.
he
They
still
still do.
have-
They just released a new one with Tom Segura actually. Because they sent hot sauce to Tom Segura's house and then he recorded it with Sean Evans on the other end or whatever.
Did you guys see? Did I send you the guy shitting his balls out?
Yeah, you sent it on the thing. I didn't watch it.
Negative.
Alyssa asked me about it too.
Oh my god! Did she see it?
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I don't need
Let
to
me
watch
let
it.
me pull this up on my phone. I don't want to like.
It sounds painful.
I have questions. So a little bit of setup. It's just a shot of a bathroom, and a guy comes up and is just dick hanging, ass open, all that. And it looks like he has like no nuts, but then they come out of his asshole, and it looks like
how's that even possible?
right. Question number 1: how the fuck did you get those up there? Question number 2:
You gotta go like through your fucking intestinal wall.
like just watch this.
Oh, okay. Like he shoved him up his ass ahead of
he
time.
shits his own nuts out of his ass.
Like
And I'm laying in bed.
that's like the
right before
longest
bed.
fucking scrotum you've ever seen.
Also, what the fuck, bro? Like that is the longest set of nuts.
Like, is that something you have to prep yours for? Like you just hanging weights?
Stretch. Yeah, I mean, you watch.
That's
this,
like a
right?
useless human.
I
Trick.
didn't watch it, no, but that's fucking
Watch.
absolutely insane.
Like when you said shitting his nuts out, I thought I'm about to see like 2 testicles literally pop
Dude,
out of a
you know
guy's
what really
butthole from the
bugs me is
inside.
that dude
I
looks
mean-
fit. Like he doesn't look like he's a gross dude from the behind. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
gay dudes are usually in pretty good shape.
he's. How do you know that? Actually, you know
Okay,
what?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say anyone who can fit their own nuts up their ass has had something else up their ass.
That doesn't not necessarily a penis.
Well, okay, but like as a
Other dudes'
straight
nuts.
male, I have no interest in figuring out how much I can fit up
Yeah,
my ass.
yeah, but as a straight
especially
male,
not my own testicles.
have you ever been
right?
desired to be pegged by Janelle?
No, that's the
Well,
weird
then
thing, yeah.
that's
I think it
what
would
I'm
tickle
saying,
I think it would
like,
tickle too
there's-
much.
Tickle
And I would definitely want to pick out the instrument. I'm like, no, you're gonna feel a little smaller than that. I want some like micro penis. I want,
She's like, all right, then we're using your balls.
yeah, I find I'm gonna shove your own balls up your ass. Like, how do we get there? How do you get there?
You should try to get that guy on the show.
If that'd be amazing, to be honest. But
I think
that's
trying
not-
to identify him would lead me down a dark hole on Twitter.
Just get on Reddit and make a post.
Well, it's like George
looking
Floyd's.
for this man.
Did you watch George Floyd porn?
Like what?
Yes, George
He
Floyd.
used to be a porn star,
There
right?
is,
Yeah.
there's, you can find porn of him. Yes,
So
100%.
What's that conspiracy theory I heard about him
Not probably none.
and the
Other,
cop were working at the same?
not a
Oh, they worked at a-
conspiracy
they worked at
theory.
a strip club
100%
together.
true.
But like
Yeah.
he was posing with like his wife in some photos. The cop's wife.
No, that the actual story is they worked at a
They were both
they were
bouncers.
both security guards, bouncers at a club, and the cop at the time was very aggressive with people, and they had multiple run-ins together because George Floyd would tell him to back off of people because the cop was like
aggressive.
kicking people out and doing the same thing that he was doing
And that's
that he did to kill him.
And that's why I said with like conspiracy theory, because I heard that
Yeah.
there was a photo of him with a bunch of women, and one of them was the cop's wife.
And you know what? It's
Ooh.
actually, if they work together, probably fucking true.
yeah.
But but yeah, there was a big thing, and like everyone's like, no, that's true. This guy was very aggressive as a security guard. He would do these things. So the guy that killed George Floyd, they had a pass together. So that's why
Right.
people are like, well, what about this? What George Floyd did, and what about this that George Floyd did? Guess what? The cop that murdered him didn't give a fuck about any of those things.
Yeah, it wasn't race based.
It-
It was he's a dick, and they had history.
Right. Well, but you got to.
I'm not saying it's not
Like,
race-based.
see,
That's
cops
not
are
what I said.
fine. They had a history.
No,
It's like, well,
yeah,
I'm not saying
it's
that
not
either.
Yeah,
that-
no,
that's
no.
not the point.
The fact that the other three were there and didn't fucking
It's
do
Right.
shit.
yes.
Like,
So there's almost a guarantee that he got pulled over. This cop realized who he was and then said, "I'll handle this."
yeah.
Right.
And everyone else just stood back and watched him do it. And it's like, it doesn't matter what this guy did.
It's the hand in the pocket that bugs me.
Yep.
what bugs me.
The cops were standing there with their fucking hands in their
Well,
pockets.
the guy who was literally kneeling on him had his hand
Oh,
in
did
his
he?
pocket
Yeah,
too.
I
I'm
know,
like,
I know there was like a fifth one that was standing there with his hands in his pocket watching.
yeah.
Fucking
But someone said like
crazy,
he was
dude.
like, maybe you should roll him over. Maybe you should drop kick that dude in the face, get him the fuck off him before he dies.
Right.
Yep. Maybe you
Just
should
saying.
do your fucking job and
Right?
uphold justice.
Yeah,
you
you guys
idiot.
gotta fucking police each other.
Right, because even if you completely take race, they're all aliens, right? But they're all American citizens. As someone whose job is to protect other American citizens, you should be like, hey, you're about to kill that
Yeah.
American. That should have
Yeah.
been the first. Who cares who's black and black?
Yeah.
Fucking might be purple. I don't give a fuck. But you're about to kill an American citizen who you're literally paid for through
This
their
guy,
tax
this
money
guy
to
pays
protect
your
them.
wages.
To protect you.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, yeah, throw me in jail if I'm drunk. You're in a way protecting that person. If the cop pulls me over, I'm drunk, I'm driving. Yeah, he's arresting me, but in a way, he's protecting me. I could have just fucking killed myself.
Yeah.
I could have just hit a fucking kid and ruined both of our lives. I mean,
Yeah.
there is an element of we've all agreed to these laws, and so you enforce them even on me, right? But like, yikes, fucking.
I mean, this coming
yikes.
from someone that fucking hates cops.
I fucking hate the police, dude.
I'm just
Fucking
like, it sounds
ACAB like a
you're
motherfucker, dude. Fuck all cops. But anyways, I mean, maybe not all cops. I mean, the idea of a cop is good, but they all fucking suck donkey dick. And my gripe with cops is not the idea of having police. It's the modern policeman who's like, oh, I'm going to sign up to be a cop, knowing full well we're in the middle of a war on drugs, which is bullshit. We're in the middle of all this just unjust, way backwards ass laws. And they're going to be like, oh, I'm signing up because I'm going to fucking go protect and serve. It's like, okay, well, I would be worried about what you're signing up for, right? Like, cool, you get to wear a badge and gun and you might stop a robbery, okay? But like in this area, like let's take Idaho, for example. Are you really going to be fucking protecting and serving? No, you're going to be a traffic cop. You're going to be busting weed smokers. You're going to be fucking putting people in jail who are just like doing drugs, like only hurting themselves. It's just like, what are you protecting and serving? You're protecting and serving these archaic laws that some guy who's been dead for 100 fucking years shoved into some bill that we needed to pass, and now it's law, and we're all just fucking running around like it's the fucking law of the
Joe
land.
Biden.
Right, straight up.
What if we see? I was thinking about this too, and I don't like. Even I know the police force is split up into task force, but what if we like split up into legit task force to where if an officer pulls you over for like suspects you of a DUI, if that officer is not a part of the designated drunk driver
right.
task force, he should not be able to allow to arrest you. He should have to call another officer that is a part of that segment that has a certain qualification to justify whether. And DUI is not necessarily the best example because a lot of times a DUI, I mean, blow into this tube, you're over 0.08, you shouldn't be fucking driving. That's period. Like,
Right.
I'm not arguing
So-
drunk driving. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. But
So I'll play devil's advocate for you. So you make these task force. Now all of a sudden they have a goal
A quota.
of trapping these people.
you got to take away quotas too. You got to take away any sort of we need this many, like, because cops don't, like, for a long time they were like, quotas are a myth. We don't actually have quotas because we don't need to make a certain amount of money. You're right, but you need a certain amount of arrests or tickets. It's not about the money. It's about of you signing a piece of paper saying someone did it illegal because you thought it. If they took that away to where there's no incentive or there's no like
Incentive.
penalty. There's no penalty for, oh, it's the end of the month, you needed 30 tickets, you only gave out 25. So next month, if you do it again, we're gonna have to like demote you in your rank or your pay, because I would imagine that's kind of how that works. So you take that away, take away any incentive, take away any sort of thing, make sure any sort of, if you have legal problems, you are your own responsibility to hire your own lawyer. We will not provide any sort of protection for you.
So
if
you have to get rid of police unions then. That is what
Yeah.
protects police officers.
I don't have a union where I
So-
work. I'm not protected where I work. Why the fuck should they be protected? Like, oh, you shot a person? Well, don't worry, we have an entire legal team behind you. Go fuck yourself. You
Also-
shot a guy.
so
if you were in the right, it's going to be proven in a court of law.
So, do you think protests are a smart way of going about changing things?
I think it's the only way we found this country.
So, what
So,
gets
yes.
me is that police force, they're not a national thing. You know, it's all
No,
it's all
state,
local
it's
level.
state, city,
So, what's to stop
county.
you from fucking voting? From
Nothing.
running someone out of your community that thinks like-minded. If you all want the same thing, you're going to vote that fucker in.
Well, it's because there's always some other Chad in line that.
But
wants
then you
got
gotta
to
think of it this way.
job. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Some Billy badass who was fucking the quarterback, and now he wants to fucking flunked plumber school, and now he wants to be a cop.
So here's the thing, though, is if the majority wants a certain thing, then you shouldn't have an issue voting in that person
if you,
at a
if you
local
think,
level.
If you
at
think
a local level.
If those people
In a
even
sense.
exist, I think that the idea of being a police officer attracts a certain person, and that certain person's like predisposed, not 100% of
So-
the time, to have power trips,
So then that,
or maybe the job turns them into that person.
but that then completely negates our hopes for, as since police being good, because you're always going to get those people in those positions.
right.
So, but I think we can all agree defunding police, getting rid of a police force.
No, that's
is-
insane. That's literally
it's-
insane.
I've
It's
actually
insane.
noticed like a lot of the defunding the police, and it's hard with a lot of these things. It doesn't mean like a literal meaning, and that's a real problem they're having with all of this stuff. Is that they're saying that like defund the
Defund
police,
these
and
police.
see when someone like in North Idaho living in the middle of nowhere sees defund the police, they see, oh, they're just going to abolish all
But
police,
you
and
look
that's
at the
not what
leaders
they
of the
mean.
BLM movement, and they are straight up get fucking rid of them.
Yeah, but
Right.
that's not.
So those are the people leading the movement. So of course everyone's going to view it like that.
There's
Well,
also
I think
huge DNC
the
and
whole-
other factors to that.
That's true.
The whole
It's a
term like
big-
government regulation is such like a loaded term, but really what it should be is like regulations on government, not
Yes.
from government to us. Like, I'm for less regulations on us, but fucking twice as many on
Yeah, they should
government
be held
agencies.
accountable.
And police are a form of a government agency, local, whatever you want to call it. But these we should have, police, but they should be so fucking heavily regulated that it's almost hard for them to do their job. I get it, but also pay them more.
Yes.
Right? Make it
Train them
so
more.
fucking hard to
Not
be a cop.
Train them more.
Right.
You
Oh,
should
way more.
You should not. You should have a boot camp just like the military to be a
20%
police
of their
officer.
job
And
should be
It doesn't
training.
even make fucking sense.
Get rid of the petty crimes, so they're not focused
yes,
on
Right.
this bullshit.
drug nonviolent drug
If you end the
crimes.
war on drugs, that's a huge step.
Like I mean, yeah, you're not
Make them all wear body cams. Duh.
all the time.
Why not? Who
There-
cares? If you're not doing anything wrong, why would you give a fuck?
If your body cam malfunctions and something happens,
Later, go
you
home.
are at fault. You're
Go home.
fired. Whether we can prove
or
you
keep
wrong,
a second
you're fired.
one on
Get
you
the
and
fuck
fucking
out.
swap the back. I mean, holy
doesn't-
fuck, we have the technology.
There's
like,
no.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wear
there's-
a goddamn GoPro. They never fail. Get a
I was
Hero
gonna say-
5. It's waterproof.
Yeah.
There's
You know what I
fucking.
mean? Like, oh, we don't have the money for these police
Make police
forces.
officers buy their own shit.
Yeah, we can't afford body cams. I'm like, I can afford a
We
body
just bought
cam.
this armored
Like,
vehicle from the military, though.
Right.
What for? What?
Yeah, we bought a retired Humvee, but we can't buy 6 fucking body cams. Like, here's 6 GoPros. Now shut the fuck
Well,
up.
it's crazy. Yeah, you get some douchebag in a fucking crotch rocket that can drive for 6 days in a row with his fucking GoPro recording
Right, but-
every
but
single
He
thing
can
that
do an
happens.
accident. and
Right.
that
But
thing's
some
still
cop-
They
going.
can't do an 8-hour shift with a fucking $30 camera
with
on
with
their vest.
with
like,
fucking the hyper internet inside of their car that we're not even allowed to fucking have yet, and their body cams don't work.
wait, they have
Go-
they have special cop internet?
They run on bandwidths that we are not allowed to run on.
Did you know this?
There's literally bandwidth settings in the United States.
I'm on satellite internet, bro. I don't even.
Yeah, Brian's back in like 2002.
Yeah,
He's trying to get Tara Reid to like render.
He's still like,
his
I'm
fucking
like
screen for 30
clacking
minutes.
rocks together and
Yeah.
fucking talking through a can of string.
Did you guys see that fucking Kardashian put out a porn video?
Yeah,
Fuck,
you
Like,
about
dude.
that?
damn,
Fuck.
who's Ray J? Like,
Anyways, fuck the cops.
Love night vision.
I don't know.
So here's something else I want to.
Oh, is there something else?
One more.
Is-
So, well, how do you guys feel about this push to get cops out of schools after they just pushed to get them into schools because school shootings?
I'm gonna go right.
we need to get more guns into schools.
I'm already on this. If
Give the kids guns and the teachers guns.
Kids should have guns.
All kids
Should have guns.
Recess should just be a fucking shootout.
It literally. they
Jimmy, you
should-
got a fucking problem, bro? Like you got picked glass and dodgeball? About to get capped.
Hey, you been working on your aim? We're gonna give you redemption right the fuck
You
now.
think you're a fucking steady shot? Oh, you fucked my fucking girlfriend? You know, like all that shit gets settled. Then the parents are blood feuds, Hatfields and McCoys, but it's like in a suburban setting. Like just all gets settled. Helps population control. You know, the economy around guns will boom because of all the shootings and the bullets used. Like it's fucking win-win-win. You need less cops because they don't want to go into these fucking firefights. Shit's getting settled. There's no one needs to go through the court
it's just
system because
ghettos.
they're
We're
dead.
just-
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, just sprawling urban ghettos, like just guns everywhere. Legalize drugs so we can all just like sell drugs freely and like protect our own territory with guns. Give everyone guns and drugs.
I should be able to sell Adderall to 4-year-olds.
I just want the country to look like
that's what I'm.
South Central LA, but just all
What's
50
stopping
states.
you?
I guess so. I'm white.
Yeah,
I'm
you're white.
good.
You're white. You can sell drugs. You'll be fine.
Yeah. There's sugar tablets.
Especially
Get off my
Adderall.
back.
I mean, that's a very white drug to sell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to that, you should
What was
have
your question?
you should have overqualified veterans
With
who
PTSD.
no. Yeah.
I'm with you.
You should have overqualified veterans who have gone through and when I say extensive, I mean to the point where they are like borderline like ridiculed about their past and their mental state. There should be no
Secret Service level. fucking-
exactly. You
vetting.
should be a fucking robot designed to protect these kids, and that should be your goal. But you also should not be trigger happy. It's really hard to get that. Cops should not be it. I do not trust cops in schools because my dare officer that I had in grade school was a fucking crazy asshole. But like,
Ours was just a big fat woman.
see, he threw
See,
a
I
party.
don't remember my dare officer because I'm pretty sure they kicked me out.
Well, no, you
was gonna
forgot
say,
because you were
yeah.
smoking so much weed.
Straight up. I was like, so why is all this illegal? And like just talking about drugs.
You're daring me to smoke weed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
Hey man, that dog's talking over there.
they're like, we're gonna actually have to remove you from the dare program because you've been caught selling weed in the meetings. So yeah.
He brought weed as an example, and you're smelling it.
Yeah.
This ain't real.
Yeah, I'm like, this is fake weed, dude.
But anyways, our dare officer fucking threw a party for underage kids, and they got pictures of like
Yikes.
girls with his like uniform on, with the badge still hanging on the shirt, and like them holding his pistol. They demote. No.
No.
They just demoted him. Oh, you're not the dare officer anymore.
the
But guess what?
junior dare
You're
officer.
still
Yeah, you're the assistant dare officer now.
you're still a sheriff though.
Jeez.
You got demoted from dare to just being a regular deputy.
Same fucking cunt that was training my stepfather to become a cop, and then one day my stepdad gets a phone call and says, "Hey man, Jason Lee's walking down on the dike with your wife hand in hand right now. Guy he was doing ride-alongs with, ready to become a sheriff." And Walt's like, "Oh, cool. Well,
He's with your mom or his last wife?
last one, not my
Okay.
mom."
I was like, wow, this is getting fucking.
Yeah.
all right.
No wonder you don't like cops. You're like, my real dad's a fucking pig.
No. But yeah,
Not real.
fucking crazy shit. Cops are crooked. Like that's
It's something about the job, man. It like brings out like the negative aspects of like like we all have that in us, that like ability to power, that whole absolute power corrupts absolutely thing. It really does.
Well,
it's a
does.
thing.
look at the people at the Chop Chaz, whatever bullshit.
Chop Chaz?
They got their little Seattle autonomous zone.
Right.
You
I
know,
always thought
they
that
got
was
a little bit of power.
really
Next thing you know, they had guns and walls, and you had to pay to go in there if you weren't a part of it. and-
Right. Very apocalyptic.
very fascist. Like I,
mean,
don't know. I
they
don't like.
literally
they're
embodied
trying to-
everything that they
yeah,
said they
they're
were
trying to
against.
fight fascism, and really, it's just
Whoops.
fascism.
Smash the fish.
It
Yeah.
doesn't even make
Yikes.
sense to me.
I just only saw the worst. There's just people like shitting in parks and just
So
That
Seattle,
was
so
that was
this
just
is
San
regular
Francisco.
Seattle
Yeah,
footage?
that was just San
But, like we got to
Francisco.
Chaz and like people are still shitting in the park. What's going on here? like oh no, that was just part of Seattle. We just shit in parks.
Fuck, dude. Is there anything funny that happened this week?
I think Daddy's innocent.
Don't call him that yet.
I think Chris D'Elia is innocent.
I think Chris D'Elia.
You know who
might
Chris
be
D'Elia is?
He might.
Yeah, the comedian.
He got accused of like talking to 16-year-old girls.
Grooming. He got accused of
Grooming.
grooming. Let's not.
But like, you know, what 16-year-old girl doesn't need her hair combed and some fucking makeup? I mean, like, they need grooming. You know what I mean? 16-year-old girls need grooming. I'm Josh McDonald, and I endorse this message. You can't be letting your 16-year-old girls go out with
Dude,
like,
I
fucked
can't
up hair and the wrong
wait to
color
rebrand
shoes.
this podcast so we can take it seriously.
I'm just saying, if you know a 16-year-old girl and she's got like the wrong foot on the wrong shoe and the hair's all fucked up, you need to groom her.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You need to groom 16-year-old
You're
children.
like Biden sucking fingers over here.
If I saw Ellie and she was looking rough, I'd probably
You would
groom her.
groom- I would let you groom my
I'd
child.
probably
Yeah.
groom her.
Yeah, I
I'd
want
be like,
other
hey,
adult
Josh,
males.
groom your child.
Yeah, I want other adults to groom.
I'm not going
my
to groom her
child.
for her. I'm Big Josh.
But I'm for that. Well,
Can't
you
do
guys
the
are all
shit.
allowed to groom my child.
Because your child wouldn't let us.
Right. You want to email her, ask her age, comb her hair.
She
all
has a
that's
hard
fine
time
with me.
saying hi to me because she's
Right.
just at that age of little girl that she's just like, you're fucking gross, dude.
Yeah.
Get the fuck away from me.
You have facial hair.
You're here every Saturday, and I don't want you here. So
You're taken away from my time.
literally, like, last week when you asked her, she like, "What do you think of us doing the podcast?" She goes, "It's just normal now." It's
Yeah.
like, oh
I'm like,
Jesus!
oh, wow. Okay.
Thanks for the faith.
Yeah.
She's like, you guys haven't failed yet?
Well, no. What's fucking weird to think about though? Like pretty soon-ish, like maybe like 4 or 5 years, when she has like a phone and she can just listen to any episode she wants.
Yikes!
Whoops.
She's gonna be like,
Hey,
Dad, why are
Ellie.
you giving your friends permission to groom me?
Yeah, straight up. So I got to episode 50, and what the fuck?
I'm gonna be
now
honest.
I am 16. Like, I'm like, ooh. But yeah, I don't think Chris D'Elia got dropped by CAA, which is his management people, and
He's
so
had for a while too. He's been on that for a while.
so like no more shows, no more stand-ups. I don't know how that affects
His
the podcast. or not.
he still hasn't put a podcast out.
But then it was either his attorney or what's left of
His management team and attorney, I think,
management
is
team
what.
releases these emails, and now it's looking like it was all bullshit. And so it's like.
Like she only sent out part of the part of the conversation, and
Right.
then, like it left out the part where he's like, "Oh, I can't talk to you because you're 16."
You know, this is so fucking typical nowadays where people want to jump ship and bail
Maybe
to
judge and
save
jury
face
before.
so they
Dude,
don't get associated
I
with
know
it
this-
just in case it blows up.
Right.
This might be weird, but have you thought about to your drunken, like real drunken days, like when you were a dumb fuck, like and thought about like, have I ever done anything that could be considered weird? Have you thought about that?
So much shit. Yeah, so much shit's gonna come out later on me.
I don't like that answer.
Yeah, and you're gonna be. Like,
I know
"Well,
I
was-
need
was
you to
in
go.
that room every week.
I need you to say yes, Dylan. I've thought very extensively about it, and you know what? I don't think there's really anything that I can be pinned
You
for.
not even like what the?
Yeah,
That's a
no.
weird wish for you to have about Josh McDonald.
That
Yeah.
he didn't rape a 16-year-old? How is that a weird wish?
you
No,
just
I-
said things. You didn't say.
Yeah, no, you
hey,
said
have you ever
things.
raped?
No, I've never raped anybody that I can remember, but weird things, yeah, for sure.
That was
Done
a
tons
weird
of
disclosure.
Tons
that I
of weird.
can remember.
I never knowingly raped. That was his quote. He was like, "I never knowing. What was it? I never knowingly."
Talk to
talked
anyone
to,
underage.
implying that like, yeah, I talked to all these girls, but then like, you know, if we had a conversation and then it trailed off, I didn't like check their age, so who knows, maybe they were fucking 12, but they never came up, and then nothing ever became of it. He wasn't even accused of sleeping with any of these.
Just-
He also does have that.
grooming.
He has
you
that
know.
fucking weird Louis C.K. thing too, where he invited like a girl back or two girls back to his hotel room and said that there was a party. They showed up to his hotel room and there was no one in it. And when they tried to leave, he fucking pulled down his pants, pointed at his cock, and
Okay.
said, "Are you sure?"
Okay, but here we go. Here's where it's way different than Louis C.K. They weren't comedians working in the same industry. He wasn't like leveraging power. Dudes have weird game, right? Come back to my house. I'm gonna pull my dick out. There's really
Louis-
nothing illegal about that. What
Louis
did-
asked for permission.
and Louis asked for, yeah, but like, okay, say she was an employee of the same company. Like, I'm the chef and you're the fucking
yeah, you
dishwasher.
ask permission. There's still pressure to
There's
say.
pressure because
yeah.
you think it's going to affect their job. What he's doing is he just has weak game, right? That's not illegal to just be like shitty at getting laid. You're like, oh, you were kind of like sophomoric in your attempts to get pussy, but like that's not illegal, right? These girls consent to coming to his place to party. What the fuck else is happening? He's some
Well, no,
famous
he
guy.
told them there was a party in his room.
Right, and then they're there for some-
There's also a difference of being like, "Hey, man, come back to my room. I'm gonna be hanging out by myself." And hey, I'm having a party.
All right,
at my
let me
house.
diffuse that real quick. So you're saying you've never lied to get pussy?
Not like that, no.
Because fucking 4,000% of men lie to get pussy.
Not.
Like,
Okay, there's a.
like little white lie to get some tang.
That's not
happens
a.
all the
but
time.
see, that's not a white lie.
You know,
That's looking at a girl in her face and going, I know for a fact there's no one going to be in my hotel room. I'm horny. You're hot. Hey, I'm having a party at my hotel room. Come on
I will-
back.
She's going to
I'm
that room to
done.
fuck someone.
Like, you know, when you
no,
get there,
you can't. No,
Like-
you can't say that.
Right?
Like,
No.
Hotel
when
rooms
you-
are for
when
fucking.
you get there and there's no one there and you go to leave, obviously as a dude, if she's not interested in staying,
You're pulling
I
your
ain't gonna
dick
pull,
out.
like I'm not going to.
Oh, you're not going
like,
to.
that doesn't
Thank
like
God.
doesn't strike
it's a
me
last
as like
ditch.
No,
it's, a last
it's not.
Ditch.
That is never should be your last
you
ditch
can-
If you
effort.
suck,
You
right?
can point at your dick and say the exact same thing without pulling it out.
Okay, so I went to this training camp in Cleveland for this company, Garland. There was this guy named Johnny or Joey or something. Jersey Shore trash, just fake tan, pierced ears. It was like a sales thing.
Definitely have like
And we would go to
roofied girls.
We would oh, for sure. We would go to the bar. And
Oh.
his move, and I fucking shit you not, did this in front of me. Would unzip his pants on the dance floor, pull his like half hard cock out, go up to girls and be like, "What are we gonna do about this?" And he claims, I never saw it work. He said it was like 50%. 50% that times this would work.
That means about 3%.
What are we gonna do about this? Now, mind you, this was like
the super hot ones
2005.
said no, and the super nasty ones are like
Right.
gumming it.
But there's that apex of like she's hot and she's nasty, and that's where his wheelhouse
It just
was.
it just depends on what time. If it's like 10 p.m., it doesn't usually work. But if it's like 1:45 p.m.
Right.
or a.m., it generally works.
But like, you know, is that? I mean, I guess that's illegal, right? That's illegal. Just
You're exposing
pull your
yourself.
dick.
you
Yeah,
know?
you're pulling your dick out.
You should not
But
ever pull your dick out.
Aside from
without-
that, right? That's just an example of someone who has like shitty game, right? Like you shouldn't have to just
So that's
literally
a
pull.
creepy. That's a horrible person.
Right, you shouldn't have to pull your dick out to get laid, right? You should just like have something else about you that's maybe interesting. or
something
so-
sexual, like not just.
Right, you shouldn't have to. That shouldn't be your like the Hail Mary. Like I'm just literally gonna pull my dick out. Like,
Hopefully they're drunk enough.
right,
Because
So
that's what he's in his head. That's what he's going. Hopefully they're drunk enough.
Right,
and
but
if
that's
that's
like-
your thought in your head, you're wrong.
Crystalia's last ditch effort is like, okay, like you know, I'm on the road. I really want to get some pussy. Pulling out the last fucking move.
Yeah, but that's not the last move because for someone like him, it's like just get on fucking Tinder, man.
Right?
Well, you're famous. You should
You're like if
pick
you're
up on the
if
chicks at your show.
that's well,
and that's
they
what he's
are
doing.
girls from the
but,
show.
but don't invite them to a party. Just be like, you know, what are you girls
Be
up to? Like,
honest,
yeah.
literally,
Like,
just
what are
be
you doing
like, I'm
later?
gonna be honest with you. I'm going back to my hotel room by myself. If you two want to come party, I'm gonna be there by myself.
And you guys are proving my point. Like we all have pointers for how this could have went better for him.
Yeah, he could have been honest.
He's got shitty game.
No, he could have been honest.
It's not illegal to have shitty game.
No, it could be. He could have been honest. That's not game.
Right.
That's lying.
He's shitty at it, right?
No, that's lying.
Because the honesty would have worked better. His success rate would have
Yes.
been way higher, right? Shitty
okay.
game.
Okay, but
He's got bad
No,
game.
no. It's not shitty game. It's lying. The shitty game is me walking up to a girl and be like, "How's your evening going?" and
Well,
being
the fact
super
that he
awkward.
even has to do all that shows that he has shitty game. He should be able to pick up a chick off the bat at the show. None of this tricking you into a party. Shit.
That
Like,
also-
clearly he's awkward as fuck.
What,
as a
what, if,
person.
what if he thought there was going to be a party?
He's lying.
He's lying. But again, lying's
What if
not
he was
illegal.
really depressed and gets home? He's like, I thought there was going to be a party.
I don't know a single guy that's never told a white lie to get pussy. I'm sitting.
It's
in the
not
room
a
with
white
two of you.
lie. There's a you're comparing it to like there's a difference.
Well, what's your
between being
definition
like,
of a party, right?
It's 10 inches,
It's him.
baby.
It's him and two girls, and they probably got some whatever. They're assuming there's drugs or alcohol in the room. That's a party.
He was out of coke, and they're like, fuck
yeah,
this. and
more
he
than
pulls dick
two
out
people.
and-
That's a party, bro.
And also, if you're a fan of Crystalia, you know he doesn't party.
Right.
He does not drink or do drugs and never has and doesn't party. He talks about it like
so then why would they even
You
believe
could
that
have
for
a
a
dance
second?
party without drugs.
because he was lying to him. Because
Right, but
he
if they're
was
really
lying.
fans, they would have been like, "Oh, I know he doesn't drink, so we're clearly going up there to fuck, right?
No.
Because he doesn't drink or
Nope.
do drugs."
Nope. Nope. No.
Yeah, nope, they're not fans.
I'm just saying, Chris, if you need a defense attorney, I got a solid case.
Yeah, he's got a fucking great case. Fucking regular old Johnny Cochran
Yeah, just
sitting over
lead
here.
him in circles until they're like, "I'm so confused. You must be innocent." Like, I'm like exactly. He's got weak game.
If the glove doesn't fit,
Yeah.
you must have quit.
He's just got weak game. I'm like, well, I find you guilty of weak game, but that's it. You know, you're free to go, sir. Quit fucking sniffing children.
Quit pulling your dick out.
But yeah, I don't know. I hate how like culture can cancel you before there's actually any actual.
There should be a due
charges.
process, and if there's not a due process, then
Oh,
What
just
the
like
fuck
fucking
are
like
you
universities and shit, where you're automatically like guilty of rape, and they don't even do.
But there was no rape
Uh,
charges.
unless
there
you're
was
Brock Turner.
Dude, that guy deserved to hang.
That
Straight
that
up,
dude
bro.
deserves to be beat to death.
Right, at
in
least
the
get a hotel
street.
room. You
But
fuck her
here's the
behind
thing
a
is,
dumpster?
I don't
Jesus
think
Christ.
the fucking universities
You got
should
the
have
money.
any type of legal
No,
process.
you're
Unless
not.
there's been a
you don't-
charge.
If you've been accused of rape, that police should be involved, lawyers should be involved. I mean, like it should be.
If you get found guilty of rape, now the university can take
Yeah.
action because you've got a record.
But no, like the universities being, jury and prosecutor and
But it
executioner
doesn't matter
and-
because the judge came out and said, "Well, he's got a bright future."
Well, I'm just saying in general, you have all
you
these
mean
cases.
you mean Daddy has $100,000 to donate to whatever you want him to donate that money to? Go fuck yours. And that's another thing that
you
you
a
bring up. It's
CrossFit?
like when it comes to white privilege, like that
that?
right there is white privilege. Had he been
That's
a black
money
kid,
privilege.
it is money. No, it is. But see, it ties into the same thing because it comes into that systematic racism thing. Because if it was a black kid that got caught rape, obviously he deserves death. But that kid's going to jail for life if he had not been that college kid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
like
it's
in the
also, there's
sense of-
also like class warfare too. Like, if you're the son of a rich black kid, you own like half the KFCs in the country. Like, you're probably going to be able to skate through.
You're right. But there's a lot
altercations
less of them because of the systematic
or any
construct of
the,
what the
Right,
customer
you could
like.
bad roll the dice. You're black and you're poor. Yeah,
And you're in
probably gonna get
Harlem,
fucked.
like yes. It's
Yeah.
not it's not comparing.
two
It's not
angles.
comparing the rich kid to the rich kid. It's
because like
comparing
Barack Obama didn't
the
get
poor
the,
kid to the
get
rich
the poor
kid.
end of the stick
And there's
at all,
more.
right? That guy fucking became president. Like, he had an all right life, so it's obviously possible. But I'm sure there was some money.
He didn't
involved
live-
in his
he didn't-
life,
he
right?
didn't live
wasn't
in the
poor.
ghetto.
Right. He did not grow up in the ghetto.
Obama did not live in the ghetto. He had successful parents.
Right.
He had he had a background.
There's
to
so
him.
many fucking conspiracies on his parents, dude. I'm getting like, I've been waiting for this whole like shit to die down because it was like a little taboo to be into that shit. But apparently, both of his fucking parents, including his real dad, basically were contractors for the fucking CIA.
Yep. So was the Bushes. It's
His adopted dad was the liaison for Indonesian oil coming to America. That was like his job for the
Why do you
government.
think Bush, Clinton, and fucking Obama are always in fucking photos together? Fucking
well,
jerking
they're
off?
just getting along. They're just showing America we
Reach
can
across
get
the
along.
aisle.
Hey,
Reach
so
across.
literally Bush and Obama are related to each other. They are fucking, I swear to God, cousins.
Through Hitler.
Promise you.
through it.
I'm just kidding.
No, I swear to God. Like,
No, but really, there's-
please
yes.
fact check me
No,
on this,
there
but I
is-
swear to God, they literally,
You know I'm not good.
they are literally related.
I'm just gonna take whatever you say as
Perfect.
the gospel.
That's
and
exactly what I'm going.
I-
Welcome to
I've
North
got-
Idaho,
I got a tweet. I
motherfuckers.
got a tweet. I don't even have a
gotta
Twitter.
I'm
I
gonna
gotta-
tweet it.
I gotta make a Twitter real quick. so I
Obama
can-
is Hitler's grandson. Like,
and Bush is their cousin.
yep, basically.
True story. Ask Josh.
I know. We just
McConnell.
had like fucking 5 presidents in a row that were like all fucking cousins, basically, or friends, or whatever.
No,
you
they
want.
were fucking cousins.
And this Red Bull's making me very gassy.
Fuck, I wish I had a Red Bull right now. I'm dying.
I had 2 of these. How many ounces?
Too many.
220 ounces, and a B vitamin complex.
How you feeling?
A little
energized.
jittery. Little jittery.
Something going on.
Little something going on. I feel
Weird.
like I'm gonna pee
Weird.
blood later.
You would never expect that drinking that much Red Bull.
No, it's
Huh.
I don't feel like I could drive a vehicle.
You
right
know what
now.
I would do? I would write a sternly worded letter.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I drank 2 of these.
I have a grandma that lives in California that's one of those like letter writers. I
Yikes.
fucking shit you not. She'll go on Amazon and order a case of Gatorade. Like, who the fuck does that? The case will show up. One of the caps is not sealed. She will write them a handwritten letter to these companies, and she's made like literally like almost a career out of doing this. Writes to Doritos, writes to Oreos. There was one chipped Oreo. And they send her free shit like 100% of the time. Straight up, like, this woman has this weird loophole that I guess people forgot about. If you make a fucking writing in cursive on lined office paper and you mail it to them, like almost like 90% of the time, they will fucking send you shit like coupons, free shit. So she gets like free cases of Doritos, fucking Slim Jims, and all kinds of weird bullshit because she'd be like, this product was not as advertised. Writes this like well worded, she used to be a teacher. Write a fucking goddamn essay to fucking Gatorade, and they're like, oh, here's a fucking year's supply of fucking the shittiest flavor we have. And then she'll just like, give it to school kids or give it to the grandkids or mail it to us and shit. Does that fucking shit all the time. She's been doing this since I was a little kid. Writing letters to like giant corporations and like actually getting responses.
Capitalism, baby.
She's got to fucking figure it
Power
out,
of the
man.
consumer.
Yeah, but she
Fucking A.
does it. Like, my fucking shampoo was
That's
expired
white
for some
fucking
reason.
privilege right
Yeah.
there.
I don't know. That's my fucking
Writing in
weird metaphor.
cursive and shit. Fucking white.
Yeah, no one knows how to write in cursive anymore. I found that
They don't
out.
even
Because it's
teach it.
fucking stupid.
It's awesome.
They don't teach it anymore.
But what's the point?
Yeah.
So if we ever,
It's fancy.
if there's ever a big civil war and we get caught by the Generation Z or X or whatever the fuck they are,
Right.
we can just write secret notes in cursive. They
Right.
don't even know. It's like our own.
I'm not
little-
fighting for anybody. I've already established that, so I don't give a shit. I don't care.
You're just gonna like work in the fields.
I'll do whatever. I don't give a fuck, dude.
He refused to pick a side, so he farms rice for us. Like
I'll be a house cracker. I don't care.
house cracker.
You're way too lazy to be a house cracker.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, I'm good.
You're more of a chicken and
I'm actually a
biscuit.
good worker, and if you become one of them house crackers, they take pretty good care of you. I mean, I don't know if
We're
you've
only gonna
seen
fuck you in the butt on
Django.
I was about to say.
I don't know
yeah.
if you've seen Django, but he kind of has some leeway. He kind of gets to
Yeah.
say what he wants around there. I could do that. I could be a servant.
I just don't see you being very good at being a servant.
I'm gonna be mouthy.
I was gonna, like,
I'm gonna be, but I'm
you
gonna
gotta
do my
up to that
work.
level. I don't think you're gonna be able to put in the years to get to the level of being mouthy.
See, I think I'd do good. I think I'd work my way up from slave to like royal vizier, like giving advice. I'd be like Jafar. I'd go from Django all the way to Jafar in like 6 months.
That you
No,
do realize
you would
Jafar.
say something too fucked up too early, and they'd fucking put you down.
No, I'd be like, hey, fucking guy who's in charge. Like, I think this other guy's trying to fuck with you. And then he'd be like, you're right. And then he'd have him killed, and then I would get promoted and promoted and promoted.
Oh, so you'd be an Uncle Chad.
Yeah, I'd be an Uncle Chad. Yep. I'd be like, we don't, yeah.
Can't believe
We
we're
don't know
sitting
why we
here
trust him, but we do.
contemplating white slavery.
I'd be like
This is fucking
I'd be like
ridiculous.
Jafar, but with jokes. Be like a court jester, but also a vizier.
You're like Jafar and his fucking parrot in one.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm the parrot and I'm Jafar at the same time. Like really loud, annoying voice.
I
But
was
I'm
saying-
like giving advice, but I'm
So
not
you're
really
even
PC.
in a more annoying Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Who's the guy that played Jafar?
Not
Fucking
Gilbert
Osama bin
Godfrey.
Laden? Who played Jafar? Was it Osama bin Laden?
I have no idea who played Jafar.
Is that why they didn't have him in the remake since they killed him?
Yeah. Funniest meme I've seen in 6 months was the fucking Houston Rockets meme with his face. Dude, it was they're like, man, I just found out fucking Osama bin Laden was 6'7". He was playing with the wrong Rockets, and it showed him in a Houston Rockets jersey. I just typed in Osama bin Laden instead of who played Jafar. Is that racist?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all we can do now as white guys is
Jonathan
realize our
Freeman?
racism. I don't know who that is.
It's a white dude.
Oh, good thing he didn't
Cultural
try
pro-
doing it nowadays.
I know, he'd be fucking canceled.
You'd have
Jonathan
to-
Freeman. Very white, very old guy with glasses. It's cool. It'll keep going even though. Okay, sorry. The screensaver usually doesn't fuck with it.
We've just been talking.
Yeah.
It stopped like 40 minutes.
Didn't get
ago.
any of the racist shit, damn it. Yeah, white guy played Jafar. Interesting. Thought it was Osama
Can't do that
bin
anymore.
Laden.
Can't.
But then in the live action one, I guess they're having to get a brown guy. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't think I ever
Can't
watched
do
the
tan
live
face.
action Aladdin.
Tan faces frowned upon.
Well, live action was actually kind of good. I can't
No.
remember.
I heard the Cinderella one was good, but
No, it's all the same. Like in the Beauty and the Beast one, it's literally
Never saw that one.
it's
Never saw
literally
that.
a shot-for-shot remake of the cartoon, and
Really?
the songs are virtually the same. Like, and it was just like,
how do they do Angela
I don't-
Lansbury as
I
a
d-
fucking teacup?
I don't mind watching Emma Watson for an hour and a half, but when she's singing the whole time, it's kind of like shut the fuck up and do a magic trick.
Yeah,
like
I
I
wanna
don't
see
know
you
what.
sucking a hairy cock, not singing fucking the goddamn.
Don't want to
dishes.
see that either. I have an
Quit
innocent.
Sing into the fucking dishes and wash them, bitch. I want to fucking see some dick sucking.
Why
Yeah,
is my
Beauty and the Beast.
dishwasher singing?
Yeah, exactly. Man, G's really gone downhill, man. Fucking. Beauty and the bitch, get back in the kitchen. They make the Beast just this fucking huge racist misogynist. He's like, all right, you fucking cunt. Like, just smashing the baby teacup and just fucking. The rose in the glass is just a fucking dildo. He's like, oh yeah, you'll get that at the end, you fucking piece of shit. Just fucking dumping on everyone. Just fucking taking the wicks out of the candle guy. You French fucking quitter. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you fucking quit on us in World War II, you piece of shit candle. That's why you got turned into fucking ornaments. Like,
Dude, I was thinking about this. How soon until they cancel like girl in distress porn or like
Incest porn is like
not
all the
incest.
rage.
Incest, it doesn't matter. We're all fucking white trash nowadays. That's gonna
Right.
be normal. But like the taking advantage of
Oh, like
porn.
have you, quicksand porn?
Well, like the quick. I
Have
haven't
you heard of quicksand
I have
porn?
heard of it. Yes.
Holy shit!
So it's really I don't watch porn.
Well, that's
Right.
fine.
That's
but
probably good for you.
So I have no idea.
You
that
you
these are,
should
like,
because you're
things.
lonely and you need something, but you should. Brian's like, that's why I'm moving.
That's why he picked Virginia.
It's not West Virginia though. So
What's the difference? One's just like cowboys and one's
West Virginia's like the Clark Fork of the Virginias.
okay.
So,
Why are
Bodunk?
there two Virginias? Is that a Civil War thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Civil War, man.
Well, obviously the Confederacy won. That's why their flags are everywhere around here. So,
Not anymore.
I haven't seen a
dude, did you
Confederate
see
flag
that
down here in
fucking
forever.
asshole that quit NASCAR? He was a
Oh,
NASCAR
yeah.
trunk spirit. They're
Didn't I
like, we're
send you a
banning
meme of it?
because
I-
NASCAR
yeah.
banned the Confederate flag. They're like, we don't want anyone flying the Confederate flag at our races, which is like, hey, that makes sense. Now you're on like,
Hey, makes sense. That happened 200 years ago.
The literal right side of history. You goddamn morons.
You know, I like it when people take like a company's or like even Trump's like Twitter handle and then they make up their own like
But
Twitter
yeah,
post.
that's one of my favorite things
And
ever.
the NASCAR one was like they posted his actual like Twitter thing. It's like, I'm quitting because the Confederate flag, blah, blah. And then NASCAR's response was, we had to look you up. We didn't even know who you are. Have fun being a loser.
Yeah. for your,
Yeah, just what is NASCAR? Like, why is that
It's
still
I
a
want to go
thing?
fast.
I tried watching it.
do.
It was on at my work, and there was nothing going
So,
on. I tried watching it.
Is NASCAR one of those things? It's like baseball where it's a lot more fun to be there.
Oh, probably.
it's louder. You get
Dude,
more
those
like
Cars and
excitement.
crashes and beer.
Have you seen the
chicks
people that have
and-
like the RVs in the middle of the racetrack?
And they're just sitting up on top and fucking lawn
Talk
chairs.
about some cousin fuckers. Like, you know how loud that must be? Just,
It's very loud, yeah.
You're just drinking Coors Light and you can't get out because if you do, you'll get hit by a fucking NASCAR.
So what you're saying is we should probably check this out.
We should probably go to Vegas
if
and
I
go
was
to
gonna
one.
get into NASCAR, I would have to physically go.
Yeah.
Dude, let's fuck. Oh my god, I think going to a NASCAR race would be one of the funnest things.
See, I'd rather go to Kentucky Derby, I think. Well, maybe not.
Nope, it's too classy at the
Horse-
Kentucky Derby.
Horse don't go as fast, so maybe.
Well,
want
and
a
they don't
horse
drink
skin
as
hat?
hard.
I think they drink just as hard at the Kentucky
But they're-
Derby.
they're-
And there's more butt sex.
Yeah, it's a little bit weirder.
Like they have like a weird like picket fence gate, and you go down an underground tunnel, and everyone's just doing ass shit.
Is this like a prediction or a hope?
Both?
That's probably a fact,
It's
to be honest.
it's a
Lots of wasps, lots of
Are you
weird.
projecting? Are you projecting? your
yeah.
dreams?
I'm like imagining what it's
Oh, I
like at
hope
the
there's
Kentucky
some
Derby.
Picket fence fucking.
Yeah. They're like, we took the old Underground Railroad and we just filled it full of children, and we just,
Hey, we got a bunch of extra horses. You want to fuck
Yeah.
a horse?
bunch of Mr. Hands and fancy hats, just fucking. Which one's the fastest? I don't know, but that one's got a great pussy. You know, like just fucking. I don't know which one's fastest, but I come the fastest.
Greased up deaf guys running by in the background.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch me.
Dude, speaking of that, I fucking, for the first time in, I would imagine, probably close to like 7 years, turned on Family Guy. Just the first episode, just started at episode 1.
Really?
The first like 5-6 seasons of that show are goddamn brilliant. Like, they are so funny.
When the guy, what's his face, was still like involved in the show.
Yeah, like-
he like doesn't even do that show anymore.
He fucking hates it. He literally publicly said, he goes, I hate Family Guy and I hate what the show is. And he goes, but it still makes me money. So
Right.
why
What
would
are
I
you
stop
Is this the
doing
guy that does all the voices?
Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does he just show up and do voices?
Yeah.
That other people wrote, and he's
Must
just
have.
like,
He's
Yeah.
like, fuck
what are
it.
these lines like?
No, he was very open about it. He's like not into Family Guy or anything. Like,
Does he feel the same way about American Dad? Does he still do?
I don't know. American Dad's great. I think American Dad's
but
fucking
he's
hilarious.
because he gets paid for Family Guy, American Dad,
Cleveland Show.
Cleveland Show. What the fuck else? There's like 2 or 3 more.
He's got a couple other shows.
NAMBLA, Epstein Island.
Yes.
Does he?
Well, he also has the.
he doesn't have anything to do with Robot Chicken, does he?
No,
Not that I
no,
know.
that's
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 Seth
Seth. That's Seth Green.
Yeah, that's Seth Green.
I didn't know
Way
if he was-
way
They
better
have a new
writer.
show.
Way funnier
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
That Crew has a new show on Hulu.
Yeah,
some-
Crossing Swords.
Yeah, Crossing Swords. Haven't
Yeah,
checked it out.
And it's like the Weeble Wobble people animated. Like
Yeah.
that's
Really?
that's
Yeah.
literally what it
Okay.
is.
yeah, it
I'll
looks
check this
fucking.
out.
It's
insane.
we watched the first episode of it and it's like, all right, we need to get into it a little bit more. But
Right.
it's, I mean, it's funny
It's
for
probably
what it
more
is.
structured than Robot Chicken, because Robot Chicken
there's
was
a-
like
there's a-
switching the channel
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
an
there's
insane
a
asylum. Like,
there's a storyline to it. Like
Okay.
there's an actual like story to the series.
Robot Chicken will make you feel like you're on acid.
I love
love
Robot Chicken.
Robot
The
Chicken.
fucking.
Oh no, it's great. But like, if you're like so high you're feeling vulnerable, which I make it a habit of doing, and you put on Robot Chicken, And like, yeah, sometimes you're like, this might be too much. Like it's
so
too
high,
like
I'm feeling vulnerable.
yeah, you're like so high that you're like this. People shouldn't make this. Like just fucking like you're like just. I hope no kids are watching this. It's just too much, maybe. Like I
You
don't
keep
know.
talking about fucking Beauty and the bitch came back in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
That's the satire. Hey, are there Beauty and the Beast porn? You think?
100% there is.
dude.
Okay, yeah, I guess Rule 37. Yeah, I forgot.
The mere fact you're not
know Rule
Googling it
37?
right now.
Everything has been turned into a porn.
Right. Okay. Cool.
I didn't know that was that rule number, but I'm just
Comes from
assuming.
4chan. Yeah. It comes
Oh,
from
okay.
4chan.
Yeah, I don't.
The butthole of the internet.
Yeah, seriously, I don't need that in my life.
It's still relevant, man. 4chan. Still
Everyone needs
just,
a butthole. Gotta
Yeah,
have one.
everyone needs a butthole.
You don't have to look at it, but you got to have one.
Nope. You have to have one.
Just like real.
I guess
We're not
that's-
there yet. Elon Musk hasn't like uninvented the butthole yet, but he was. He's probably working on that.
We're getting close. I mean,
Yeah, he's
give
like,
us.
why do we need these?
I swear to God, in 100 years, once again,
Well,
we're
we
all
need-
going to be beige.
He
we're
said
all
in
going to be
5 years we
bisexual.
won't need to talk. That's what he said. On
So
Joe Rogan.
Kanye West is ahead of our
Oh,
time.
way ahead of the game. He's beeping it, motherfuckers.
So, oh man, I feel really bad for that guy who put his balls in his butthole. If there's not going to be any buttholes.
It's going to be a dying art.
Yeah.
He's going to be like a renaissance. He's like the Leonardo da Vinci
Yeah.
of sticking things up his ass.
Yeah.
He's like,
Is he, though?
What about your nuts? Like,
What about your
what
nuts?
about your nuts? Like, whatever. Go build a helicopter. You
You know what
you're a
really
goddamn
brought us
Fruit Loop.
together back in my day? We would just shove our nuts in our buttholes.
Yeah.
Hey, that could be Elon Musk in that video.
That could be anybody.
I
in that
fucking
video.
hope so.
Science.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. All I know is like he needs some tighter underwear because goddamn those things are fucking droopy. Do they do like ball reduction surgeries? Can you get that a tuck on your balls?
I guarantee they can do whatever you want. If you got the money,
Yeah, true.
Why would you want to be less distinguished, though?
I want to be less dangly if I'm that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Can you imagine how
Like
often
when
he
you take a
sits on his
shit?
balls?
oh, dude, all the
if you
time.
take a shit and they're in the water,
I mean, yeah, if you can get your balls up your ass, you've definitely sat on your balls. You know.
fucking painful.
Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, just because my thighs touch, which protects me. I have natural
Right?
protection
Yeah.
from that.
It's
got the whole-
evolutionary.
Right, I have like an angry bouquet of roses in the front because the thighs are touched, so nothing's swinging between. You know, it just looks like someone took a fistful of fucking hamburger meat and just wadded it up, you know, into like a kind of V shape. And they always stay in the front, so they're very protected. But I'm vulnerable from the front because I'm always presenting. I'm always like in half mount.
Why are you making eye contact with me?
Just saying, you know,
Imagine it, Brian.
I'm very bally.
I'm gonna take your word for
I'm
it.
bally. Yeah, and I feel bad.
So
for
what's
the-
your dad gonna do again? Or like, I feel like you should remove this podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. People are trying to convince him to run for governor.
They don't know about you yet.
Woo, gonna have to keep this fucking secret. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm running for fucking.
No, but they'll use anything they can against
I'll
you.
get him on the
Your
podcast.
son said.
Yeah, I'll just get him on the podcast and just ruin his whole political career. Like, hey, Dad, so what do you think about the blacks? Like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, no, he's. Yeah, I don't think he wants to. It's just a bunch
Yeah,
of people. Bunch of people are
he's,
pressuring
He's
him.
not a racist. He's
The thing
not-
is, your dad would be an incredible governor.
Probably.
The problem is, you're gonna ruin all that for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You're
totally.
gonna fuck-
Yeah, no. Honestly, I want him to do it so that like we have a sweet mansion in Boise and we fly back every weekend. And I'm like, I'm 15 again. Adopt me.
If you ruin his political career, that means you're gonna blow up on the internet.
True. I'll be like a hero of the left.
and we're gonna make zero money
But
compared
you'll be
to.
huge. People will know your name.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I want money.
And then they'll go back and listen.
Exactly.
They'll go back and listen to all the podcasts. And be like, whoops. You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Whoops.
That's why in probably about a year we're gonna have
And
to
then you'll-
rebrand this
and
and
then
just
you'll
kind
have
of do
your
a
own
new
Netflix
thing
special.
and put stipulations on it.
Yeah.
Like, because the rate we're going, even if we were to get popular, we're fucked. Like our first 10,000 views, someone's gonna be like, no. Like,
Well, we're definitely uncancelable because it's like, yeah, there's nothing to
we've already ruined our
there's
careers.
nothing to cancel here. Like,
Yeah. Bernie not making anything. What are
not
you gonna do
not
this?
PC. Not
Which is
fucking
again,
PC.
I will say this, and I'll send this to him. Louis J. Gomez, you're our only fucking hope to get
Yeah.
on any sort
us
of
on-
network ever.
get us on
Please,
Gas
for the
Digital.
love of God, we want to be on Gas
We need
Digital
to be
Network.
on Gas Digital. That's literally the only avenue. Unless there's some other one we
Unless
don't know
Doug
about.
Stanhope starts his own podcast studio,
Yeah.
we're fucked.
We need
Like
protection from other we need a gay Mexican guy to tell us that we can do whatever we want. Like,
he's Puerto Rican, but that's fine.
yeah,
We
whatever.
love you.
Yeah, exactly. Whoops.
Well, there goes those
He's
chances.
tan. The tan guy who sucks cocks. I'm sure he's accepting of lots of things.
It was a fake cock. I don't know. I don't have anything. That's it. I think. Do we have anything else before we?
Crystalia is innocent.
Have we done enough? I don't even know how long we've done, dude.
Enough. Done enough.
Do people make it this far?
No. Maybe. I don't know. There's some people. I got some messages from a couple friends who are like, yeah, I put this on at work, and everyone's like, what the fuck is this? Like, some people are fucking crazy enough to put this on, like, speakers and not headphones. I'm like, hey, guys, this is a headphone podcast. This is an alone in your car podcast, windows up in traffic podcast. This is not, like...
Be ashamed to listen to this.
This is not a, like, put it on at the coffee shop over the fucking PA podcast.
You
Play
can't
in the
walk
hospital
into
room
can't
while your
walk
wife's
into
giving birth.
calypsos and play
Yeah.
volleyball full of cum over the speakers.
Don't play any of, especially like the classic episodes. Don't play any of those like in the fucking any kind of speaker. You need headphones for this. Like, you should call it the headphones only podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't show your kids. Don't.
or those. Remember the speakers that were on the dildos we talked about? Like literally almost a year ago.
What?
It was like the womb thing. You would stick a speaker in your vagina for your baby.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So.
Yeah, you could listen to us on that, but don't be pregnant.
But
Yeah, get that, but don't be pregnant. But stick us in your vagina and listen to us that
Please.
way. Yeah.
That's how we get laid.
I'd love to be, if
Dude,
you're
what if we
listening, I'd
did
love to be in your vagina. Especially if you're my girlfriend and you're listening, I'd love to be in your vagina. But other people,
So, is it your girlfriend? So you have a
Oh,
girlfriend?
your
and a
fiance! You fucking
two?
retard! You.
Whoops.
Oh my
No, he really was just talking to his girlfriend.
right, the other chick I'm sitting
Janae?
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janae's a weird name.
Janae.
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 Yeah, so either of the chicks I'm
Before
fucking.
Josh is single,
Yeah.
we're gonna go watch.
You guys want to come back to a party?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to try that on my girlfriend fiance tonight. I'm going to just like, hey, there's a party in the room. She's like, you're not allowed to drink or smoke. And then I'm just going to pull my nuts out and she's going to be like, ugh, what's
And then
wrong
she's
with you?
gonna go, I have lupus, and then
Yeah.
cover her head up with her blanket.
And then just shove them in your ass.
Yeah, she's going to shove my own balls in my ass. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got.
Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker's coming in the next
Right in
hours.
coming.
What like
That was a Freudian
Yes,
slip.
and please.
that was a Freudian slip.
It's right and coming. Yeah, so we're go
Oh,
get in the
yeah.
ring and fucking cum all over each
Yum,
other.
yum.
Who's got the most cum today?
Yes.
Who's got the most cum today?
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Please Stop podcast. Save your cum.
Goodbye.
Save your